obviously no pick, traded the 25th pick and Peter Mrazek to Chicago for pick 38. So down 13 spots in the draft, and we'll go in the morning.
Can you take us through how you view the goaltending decision in front of you now and why you elected to free it up versus keeping Peter?
I think the decision, Chris, was just we wanted to have the most flexibility possible going into next week, and also just in gathering the information here throughout the week. Not only as we went into next week, but also with the different trades that are available and into the trade market. So we just want to make ourselves as flexible as possible, create the cap space for ourselves, and proceed. So that's what we were able to do tonight. And obviously don't want to move back in the draft, but our analysis of it was that it was a good move versus what we were asking a team to do, and that's what we did.
How would you describe the options in free agency when it comes to goalies?
I think discussing free agency a week out is a good way to get me in trouble. But I look forward to discussing them next week live here with everybody.
You guys obviously had a lot of faith in Peter signing to a 3-year deal, but
Yeah.
why didn't it?
I think goaltending can be so variable year to year. That said, he got injured in the first game, came back from that injury. We were tried to be very patient with him and tell him to be patient. Got hurt in the second game that he played, and then was out for quite a while, and then just couldn't get on track from there. After the trade deadline, looked like he was getting on track, and then got injured again. And so injury, I think, derailed it more than anything, and I think it's tough for a goaltender to get everything, especially in a new place, in a new city, a new team, get their legs under them when injury is sort of prevailing. So I think if we look back on it, that would be probably the key, Josh. But obviously we hope every signing we make is going to work out optimally, but not all of them do and have.
So the new cap space now, Kyle, can you take another run at that cap?
I don't. I think all of our with the cap space we have now, there's every option is available to us, Pierre. So whether that's Jack or the others later next week, or via trade. So I think it opens up a lot for us. You see with the trades today, and the signings today, that the number of chairs are starting to go by the wayside, and so I think our situation would be enticing for any goaltender, and so we'll see how tomorrow plays out relative to trade, and then obviously we know Jack well. He's been a part of our program. We'll stay in touch with him and meet with him when I get back to Toronto and roll from there.
How long was this trade bubbling around?
This has been a discussion sort of ongoing and really picked up yesterday and into today with Kyle Davidson.
Did it happen because your guy wasn't there at 25?
There were a number of players that we would have liked to have been there, and then once they came off and once we knew what the options were, Josh, we decided to make the move. Yeah.
Will you get a similar player at 38?
Part of the process of going through it with Wes was, is there a large enough collection of players that we felt that if we moved back just the 13 spots, could we get somebody there that's in that next range, and that's what we felt, and we feel good about that now, especially that the picks have come off the board between 25 and 32. So you sit there, and it's a big ask of the amateur scouting staff because they pour a lot into it, and I don't like to do that, but I didn't want to move anything outright, and so moving back was the best option. You see Edmonton did the same after we did.
What's your confidence level of the goalies that you do have under contract or the rights to? You were sort of talking
Sure.
about the other day, but
Sure.
where do you see them?
Well, I think Eric Shelgren came in when we needed him most in a high pressure situation and performed extraordinarily well for us. So we obviously like Eric. Joe Wall's coming back off of injury, but he performed well during the year last year as well. And that's where we're at this moment. So we've got a lot of opportunity there, and it should be an interesting option for any goaltender that's looking.
Do you have to get a quote-unquote number one, or are you okay if you see some sort of like tandem situation come out like Shelgren?
Sure. I think like every team, we'd love to have the definitive number one, but our goal would be to have the best tandem we possibly can, Mike. So that's what we're looking to do. Even if one would be regarded as a definitive number one, having the insurance there, we feel like we have the younger guys coming with Shelgren, Wall, and then the two Russian prospects that we picked in the subsequent drafts. Plus, we've got what we feel is a good collection of guys that are on American League deals in Dryden, McKay, Kavalin, and Petrozelli. So we're pretty excited about where we're going with that. It's going to take time, and we have to be patient, develop them properly versus rush them in.
So, I mean, you still feel you need two guys then, probably, is your approach?
I think I feel good about Shelgren and Wall battling there as well, and that gives me confidence that the focus will be certainly on one, and then we'll see how much what our cap situation is from there, and then proceed.